Good. So we have just started the meeting. Good morning, everyone. Well, good morning is from Europe. From you, it's good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon from Bangkok.
I will see 3 groups online. I will briefly open your microphones that you can briefly say hello. So the first group I see with the name Hanifa. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Good. I'll mute your microphone again. I'll open the second group.
Okay.
Okay, the second group, which is Retzi Julia, you have muted yourself. Can you unmute yourself? Oh, it should work. Hello, can you the group with the name Retzi Julia, can you try again to unmute yourself, please? Okay, hello?
Hello, I'm Rezi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I will mute your microphone again. And the third group I see, Santana. I'm trying to open your microphone now. Oh, please open your microphone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Good to hear you. Very good. Good. I will just very briefly introduce. You can raise your hand anytime you want to say something. I saw some of you already tried that. You can anytime when you have any questions, raise your hand, or you can put your question in the chat box, and then I will open your microphone and you can post a question to the presenter. I guess that's all you need to know. If you like to, when you talk, you can also open your camera and we can see you also. And for that, I would now hand on to Jalida. Is that okay, Jalida?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Can you make me a presenter? I just want to show some slides to the students.
Good.
Okay,
Very
is
good.
that a picture?
I can see your screen, yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So just a moment. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Well, this time is I think our third meetings. Well, start from the first introductions several months ago. And this is the second skill improvements for all of you. After this, it will be a video of beverage course that presented by Professor Frank. Actually, he's now in Thailand and then give a seminar and workshop on food choice development. So his videos or the content, we already have posted the list, what he going to give on the workshop available for you for the video to see later on. They all will be uploaded at the end of this month. So please take your times and then check on our website. And if you have your own times and then see the video, and then that would help to develop your skills on beverage development. Okay, just a quick reminders that well, you have an assignment that your team need to be submitted by 25 or 25th of May 2018. That will be include the report of maximum 4 pages. Okay, and the format of the report, the secretary has sent all to you already, and also the PowerPoint presentation of maximum 20 slides that we will give to our committee to consider, and then for that. But the final virtual workshops of beverage for us will be on 8th of June 2018. So please make sure on that day you are available to present your project. Otherwise, if you don't show up on that day, even though you give us the presentation and report, you will not be considered to get the prize for these competitions. If you have any queries or questions, feel free to email to beveragetechnology.thailand@gmail.com, and then that's the report, the format. So just briefly go to that, and we have abstract keywords. Okay, you have to put your main objectives. What is the strategy of the project, and then how your project is developed. And well, all the details of the skill improvements, the video, including this one and the last ones, and the one that I just mentioned. So all will be uploaded by the end of this month. Okay. So that's the deadline. So 25th of May for the report and presentation submissions. 8th of June, we would know who going to win these competitions, and then who going to the second and the third, and then you all get the prize for the winners and the second and the third prize as well. Okay, so without wasting the times, I think we very lucky today that we have a high qualifications speaker today. I would like to introduce Dr. Poromet Chungyim. He's received his PhD in 2014 in biotechnology at King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi, and also he obtains the Fulbright Research Scholarships at Rice University from USA. So after he graduated, he joined Food Innopolis as a program manager for Food Tech Accelerators platform, where he responsible for the designs and executions accelerator programs to provide food tech startups and entrepreneurs with critical resources to help them to develop their own ideas, the products, and platform for startups. Okay, today Dr. Poromet will give you some idea about the design thinkings, especially on how you're gonna use the concept to conceptualize your product development ideas, and then would it be possible if you can make that at the fundamental for spin-off as like startups, or the idea of even the going to be entrepreneurs. Okay, well, I think everyone now is waiting to hear Dr. Poromet give you some ideas about that. So I give the floor to you, Dr. Poromet, and then you have maybe about 40 minutes for your presentations. Okay, please welcome.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharida, for your introduction, right? So anybody can see my presentation right now or not?
So
I will make you presenter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. You should be presented now, and I just wanted to update you. We have now another participant. So we have 4 participants, and I think there was a 5th one who just disappeared. So there should be then 5 teams.
Okay. So so now they can all see my presentations, right? I'm gonna start right now. Okay. So again, good afternoon, everyone. Wait. All right. Today, I would talk about the design thinking process that can help you create a problem solving for your products and service that you are going to do in your future. Okay. So the first question is, what is the design thinking? The design thinking is a method that focusing on innovation on people and designing based on what people need and what people want, and also what people like or dislike. So the first thing when you think about the design thinking is focus on human needs. Okay. Design thinking can help you with anything. It could be a new products or new packaging or a new marketing or a supporting system or any kind of a new model business strategy that you can do in your future. Okay, this one. Why design thinking? This is because in the past, when new technologies create new markets, because innovator is king and technology lead and the market follow. You know, a designer would come along and make already established item seem more desirable via ad campaign or pretty packaging. But now, nowadays it's different because now the consumers needs create innovative products and service because this a consumer is a king, so the market is lead and the technology is follow. So now designers are being asked to change what is being produced to better meet the needs of the customers. So you just need to think about what their needs first before you do something, even a product or the service. Okay, so why design thinking is important? The first one is it reduces the risk associated with launching new ideas, because if you do things that people don't need, you cannot sell it. Okay. The second one is it helps organization and team learn faster, because when you do the prototypes and test the prototypes with your test user, if they don't like it, so you learn more how to fix it, how to adjust your products and meet your final, do the best final product that meet your customers' needs. Okay, and the third one is it generates solutions that are innovative. This is what design thinking is important. Okay, design thinking has been used for many global companies, for example, Airbnb, Apple, Google, P&G, and Philips. And as I mentioned before, it could be any kind of product and services, operational processes, business model, business strategies, and business model. And here you go. To help you understand the design thinking, this one, they stand for Disco Design, this one for all of us. I mean, and it breaking down to 5 steps. The first one is empathize. The second one is define. The third one is ideate. The fourth one is prototypes, and the last one is test. And I will go over one by one. I just want you guys to focus on this slide. This one is the most important slide that I want to present to you today. Okay. The first one is empathize. Empathize is the step that you need to understand your target consumers as much as possible by observing them or talk to them, interviewing them, and you must understand the target before you do anything. As I mentioned before, this will be the first step towards the development of the success in every business model. Okay, if you want to create any kind of innovative food or beverages, you just need to talk to them first. You just need to observe behavior of the humans, of your target, that what do they like, what do they don't like, and you can come back and think about what kind of solution or what kind of product that they want. Okay, the simple question for the empathize stage is that who is my user, who is your target, what matters to this person. This one is very simple. Okay. And the second one is define. Define is the step that you need to synthesize the data that came from, when you talk to people, and then you get information from all of them. Okay. After you learn and understand the target group, you must analyze the problem, and you have to ask yourself an open-end questions that drive creativities. And for example, that you have to ask you and your team that what are their needs. I mean, what are your customer needs? So then you can find the possible solution to solve the problems. Okay. The third one is ideate. Ideate is the step that you and your friends need to brainstorm together and then you just need to come up with a lot of solution, a possible solution. It could be Y solution, Y idea, crazy idea. Just put it together and then grouping and then choose the best solution for your team. Okay, and you just need to bring a lot of idea and to find solution that responds to the problem as much as possible. Okay, this one is the ideate. And the fourth one is the prototype. Prototype state is you build a prototype. It could be like a rough idea or just an easy demo prototype of your product, and you just go and test it with your target customers that whether they like it or not. So now you can learn more about your product, and the faster you build the prototype and test it, so the faster you learn more and know how to fix the error of your products. Okay, and the last one is to test your products. At this step, you bring your model or your prototype with your test user, and then you observe that its performance. You receive feedback from your customers. They like it or not. You take their suggestions and comments, and then you get back home and then continue to improve your products. Okay, so this one, all of these steps are design thinking process from 1 to 5, but it don't have to be sequential, and I will tell you later. Okay. As you can see that actually from 5 steps, it can be divided into 3 main aspects of design thinking. The first one is the empathy, that includes the empathy and defined. These steps are the steps that to understand and interpret deeply of what human needs. Okay, the first one is empathy. When you see the picture in my presentation, the pink one over here, it represents that you just need to ask them, an open-end questions. You have to be more diverse, more open. You have to explore what are their needs, what matter to them. And then when you define, you have to be more focused. Okay, now what is the most matter to them, and what kind of solution that you want to solve the problem. You just need to be more focused. This one is the empathy, okay? And then it goes to the stage of ideation, that creation ends in ideas. I mean, when it comes to ideas, you and your friends need to bring a lot of ideas together. You can put your idea in the post-it card and then put it in the wall or in the blackboard, and brainstorm. Just go wide and go open, more diverse, and then you just group the idea and then pick one which is the best approach to solve the problem. Okay, this one is the ideation. And then the last aspect is the experimentation, that you build your prototype and then you test it with your test users. The prototype don't have to be expensive, or it could be just a rough idea, but it must be physical. Because when you talk to people, they just need to see they just need to see the physical stuff, so they can give you feedbacks and things like that. Okay, and remember that you have to test and re-prototype and test and re-prototype over and over again until you get the best solution for your products. Okay. Here we go. I concluded again. 3 essential aspects of the design thinking is, the first one is empathy, human centered. You just need to focus on human needs. You cannot, nowadays you cannot do things that, from what you want. You just need to focus on what people want and do things that responds to their needs. Okay. And then ideation, generating a lot of ideas, go wide, go crazy, but not too crazy, okay? And then you test it. You build the prototype and test it with your users, and then you go back and then you improve your prototype until it's meets the standard. Meets the customer needs. Okay, this is the essential aspects of the design thinking. But let me tell you what the design thinking is. It doesn't have to be linear. I mean, it doesn't have to be sequential. You don't have to follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. It could be like, jumping around across the steps. For example, when you empathize, you talk to people, you interview people, you get the information that what matters to them, and then you define the problem, and then you ideate your idea for the solution. Then you get to build the prototype, and then when you build the prototype, once you build it, you learn from the prototype. Maybe you can get a new idea. You go back to the new idea like this over here, okay? And then when you test it, you talk to people, you get feedback, you give them, you get their suggestions or comments. You can go back to the ideate state, because the test can create new ideas for the project, or the test can even reveal the insight that redefine your problems. This one, or even the test, you can learn from this and go back to empathize again like this. It can jump across this. It can jump across the step. It depends on what states you are. Okay, this one. Here you go. This is the idea of the brainstorming by using design thinking. You just put one idea in one postcard, one post-it, and then put it in the wall, and gather with your friends and talk to your friends, and grouping and then choosing the best idea. And one of the most important thing when you're doing design thinking is, I want you guys to be like focused, and then do not judge the idea of the other people, because when you see someone else idea, maybe you can think like it is crazy, but do not think like that. The crazy idea may be consider the best solution for the problem. Just let it go. I mean, go wide first, and then you just group it and choose the best idea. Talk to your friends a lot, okay? Because your team matters. Because if you do things that on your own idea, and you don't engage with the team members' idea, it's not going to be healthy for your team. This one, like this. You can go like this, okay? And let me give you an example of the business model idea that I like, and it came from the student that I usually give an example when I teach in the other universities, okay? This one, do you know what this one? Can I see it? Can I hear their voice? No? Okay.
Do you want to hear someone?
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna go next.
Somebody has an idea, they can raise their hand.
I cannot see any hands. I can see myself right now. Okay.
I can see.
All right. This is the business model that invented from using design thinking model, and I think it's very promising. And I want to show this is an example for all of you. Okay. The Embrace, this is called the Embrace. Embrace is the innovation for newborns baby. Its innovation is considered as a social enterprise that solves 1 million premature and overweight babies in poor country, let's say developing country, for a better chance at life. Because you know what, in developing countries or poor country, when the mother and the newborn babies, they give when the mother give a birth, they don't have electric incubators, and they usually live far away from hospital. The accessibility to hospital is very low, so it's likely that the baby could die during the birth. So the students from Stanford universities, they go and explore and do research in India, and then they found that they need some kind of device that can help the newborn babies without using electricity, by developing like a device like this in the blue, like this. I'm gonna show you later. This one. Here we go. You can see that this is the Embrace infant warmer. The history is, and as I mentioned before, it started from 2008 something in the class of Stanford University, and they came up with the idea of building an incubator for infant that costs maybe less than 1% compared to the traditional electric incubator, and it can use at home and also in the hospital in developing countries. And from since then to now, they can help newborn babies around the world, more than, I don't know, maybe more than 1 million babies around the world already, and they distribute this a lot in India right now. Okay, so the good thing about the Embrace infant warmer is it's inexpensive, because as mentioned before, it's less than 1% of the electric incubator. The second one is durable. I mean, it can reuse up to 50 times. It's portable. It can move. I mean, it's easy to move. It can use anywhere from home to a hospital, in the ambulance, or any kind of like place. It's very hygienic. It's easily cleaned using soap, and safe and effective compared to traditional incubator. So this one, they designed this one according to the mothers and newborns baby needs. Okay, this one. In developing, as I mentioned before, in developing countries, 80% of all premature and low birth weight infants are born far away from hospital, and the traditional incubators, like not a lot of children can have this kind of incubator. So they design by using human center. They explore, they get research from from people, from real people, and then they get that they need some kind of device that can keep the temperature of the newborn babies until they strong enough, and they need to be very cheap. They need to be easy to move. They need to be portable. They need to be like easy to clean up, like that. So it is very effective now, and they can save. Their mission is that they want to help more than 20 million vulnerable babies around the world who can't access traditional incubators. Okay, and these students, they get awards around the world. For example, like Young Global Leader by World Economic Forum, the Gold Prize for Social Impact Design 2012, TED Fellow, and also Forbes Impact, and many more. So you can Google it, and this is a very good example of use the design thinking for design something that meets the human needs. Okay, I don't want to give an example of the food and beverage, because I'm gonna give it like how to say, whatever. Okay, here we go. This is maybe one of the last presentation I want to give you, that if you want to sell your food or beverages in the food business, and if you want to be a startup, you just need to learn this one. I mean, it is called a lean canvas. It's actually adopted from a business model canvas, but more easier than the canvas model. And I insist you to use this template to put your information within the template, and you can answer yourself, do you have the elements that we need to do the business? In order to, once you sell the product, you just need to have all of this. Okay, the first one is the problem. As I mentioned before, that you can talk to people, you can interview people, you can observe people. What are their needs? What are their problems? You put it in here, okay? And then you brainstorm using design thinking model to find the solution, and then you put it in here. What kind of solution that you want to solve the problems? What kind of drink that can solve the problems? What kind of food that can solve your customer needs, okay? And the third one, who is your customer? Maybe this one, okay. Who is your customer? This is very important. You need to know who is going to buy your products. You need to know that. Who is going to buy your product? You have to be very specific. Is it going to be mass product? Is it going to be niche? Is it going to be a corporate customer or whoever? You just have to be specific. This is very important. I mean, I would tell all my students who be like new startups or, even some kind of, they're trying to build an innovative research food and beverages product. I'm going to ask them first, who is your customers? They just need to answer me like that, okay? And next one is one of the most important thing, the unique value proposition of your product. This is one of the most important, because you have to know what kind of value that you offer when you sell your product, what kind of value that responds to your customers, okay? How that solve the problem. For example, I mean, I'm going to give you some example that maybe not related to food. And Apple company offers an iTunes store and offer device that allow customer to download content. So the value is convenient, okay? And because in the past they're somehow difficult, but now it's very can be very easy and convenient now. So, and it's offer a good experience for customers as well. And in Thailand or even in Indonesia, when you go to 7-Eleven, it offer what? 7-Eleven offer convenient, right? You need to find your value of your product that it offer to your customers, okay? Next one is channels, okay? You have to know, if you build a product, you have to know you're gonna sell which way, whether it is selling directly to the store or the website or to your partners. You have to define and specific how are you going to distribute your products or your service to our customers, okay? The third one, or not the third one, next one is revenue stream. How are you going to gain the money from your product? You have to be specific as well. This one, the revenue stream. The cost structure, you have to also know that what are you going to spend? I mean, human resources, how many team members you need to pay money for, infrastructures. I mean, if you build like a prototype and you're going to build like some kind of a beverage, you need to pay for an OEM or a manufacturer or packaging or whatever. It could be a marketing, budgeting, something like that. You just need to put it, the cost structures, okay? The key metrics is how are you going to measure your success for your products? I mean, how many bottles are you going to sell in 1 year, for example? And the last one is the unfair advantage. The unfair advantage is something that you have and your competitors don't have. I mean, you have to have this, because if you don't have it, once somebody get in the market and then they compete with you, you're gonna die. So you cannot sell your products anymore. I'm gonna give you some example of the unfair advantages. For example, the first one is brand. If you have a well-known brand in the market, this is the first advantage. The second one is time. If you produce something, some kind of food products or packaging that reduce the time for your customers, this is considered an advantage as well. A effective service that can reduce cost to your customers can be advantage. It is hard to copy. You have to make sure that your product is hard to copy, because if there is, they can copy, somebody else can copy and they can compete with you, so you're doomed. So you have to make sure that your product is hard to copy, okay? Your teamwork, I mean, teamwork is considered as one of the unfair advantages as well, because if I am your venture capital, the one who put the money in your project, I have to make sure that your team is strong enough. You have an expert in your team. You know what are you doing. You have the connections. You have a strong business model. So your team is considered an unfair advantage as well. Okay. You have to have an inside information, especially consumer insights. You have to know that if you have the data, that what kind of ingredients that your consumers like. So, this is also considered the advantage as well. and the market share. You have a good market share and opportunity to expand business, expands new service is better. So this is also considered the unfair advantage. So this one is a link canvas. I will mention again that I insist you guys to put your information in this template, and you just all the elements that you need to do the business. And once you have this one, you talk to your venture capital. I mean, if you really want to push your product into market, you just need this kind of platform to talk to your venture capital to put the money in your project, and you can keep up and do that in the future. Okay, so this is the wrap. This is all my presentation today. So I want to open question for all the students that want to ask me about the design thinking or the lean canvas. So thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Thank you.
Okay, they can ask me now.
Good.
Come back.
So if anyone has a question, you can either raise your hand now, or you can also
Can I see them? Can I at least see them, and the one who asked me a question, or I would like to ask them as well.
Okay. So far, I don't see any questions. Do you want to directly ask anyone?
Maybe I will start with some team that are considered Thai students first. Maybe. Okay. Are they here with us?
Are there any participants from Thailand? Can you raise your hand so that I can open your microphone?
Don't be shy. Well, just relax. This is your opportunity to ask something that maybe you not very sure how to design your products, because our question is like, we would like you to utilize the waste and then make it as the ingredients to develop a new beverage.
Yeah.
So if you have some question regarding on your thinking that is you come on the right track, or is it looks innovation, or is it not sure about that, I think you can throw these questions to Dr. Poromet, and then he can help guiding you as well. So I lost you, Liner. This maybe we can see
are they usually asking questions or not?
It's last time not much asked the question.
Not much. Okay.
Paula use full time.
Come on, guys, you can ask me anything you like. Yeah. I mean, hello.
Or you can type you like.
Yeah, sure.
Or anyone would like us to see your face, you can turn on your camera.
Oh my God. No, yes, no.
Oh, there's one. There's one.
Okay,
Santana,
sure.
I will open your microphone. You should be able now to open your microphone. Santana?
Sure.
Hello? Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So apparently the model canvas that you use is different than the one that I learned before.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. You can, because I believe that the one you have the key partners and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You can use both of them.
Oh, okay. That's my only question. It's okay.
Do you have the lean canvas already? You already fill all of them?
Actually, I was doing a different model canvas for my thesis.
Okay. What kind of product that you do right now?
We make a fermented sort of tea. It's called kombucha, but we make it with dragon fruit skins.
Dragon fruit skin. Okay. What kind of? Can I ask?
Yeah.
Can I? Okay. What kind of functional ingredients that inside the dragon fruit skin?
It's have antioxidants, and then because we make it into a fermented one, it's have probiotics that was good for your intestines.
Okay. So yeah. And you already extracted the functional ingredients from the dragon fruit skin already, or you just use the powder or some kind of?
Oh no, we make actually we dried it ourselves, and then we just make it like the usual tea, and then we put the bacteria inside.
Oh, okay. So who is your customer then?
We are thinking of people who like a healthy lifestyle, like usually people who goes to the gym or yoga, and then people who cannot drink yogurt because some people is lactose intolerant, so we can just give them that because it contains also probiotics and things. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Do you have the manufacturer as your key partner? The manufacturer.
We haven't have that yet.
Okay, it's just like a rough idea, right?
Yeah.
It's an idea. Okay. Because one of my students, they have done the same thing that you mentioned before, and they have contact with the manufacturer. And the one problem is that when they do this kind of beverage, they don't have the, how to say, they are not comply the regulations of the FDA yet. So
I know.
Yeah, because when you do something that it related to health, and you just need to apply for the the regulation in your country, right?
Yeah.
So even more difficult, because if you mention that its effect on people's health, it can be more difficult to apply for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Because when you apply for the FDA, maybe you need to prove that your the substance inside the drink have the impact on human health. So maybe you need to try for the human trials.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get all the points that I mentioned before, right?
Yeah, I get the points.
Yeah. Is there any question? Any more question or something?
No.
Great. Hope for the best.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
I would have a question.
Okay, sure.
Because we're dealing in this international project, so we have a project where we combine Thailand, Asian region in general, and Europe, and we see that people in Europe are interested, obviously, in products from Thailand. Thai people might be interested in drinks from Europe, but obviously we have very different taste. I think the Thai people like it more sweet. The Europeans, for example, they also like sparkling and bitter.
Yeah.
How would you manage, according to your approach, either a product development process or a process to decide which product to export between the regions to be successful in the beverage area, for example?
Oh, this is a very good question, though. I mean, this is the project that actually we are already ongoing in Florianopolis, because we know that European people don't like, the kind of taste that European people like, and the kind of taste that Thai people and Asian people like. So we are using a data scientist, and an algorithm to find that what kind of tastes that European people like, and we try to apply it in our in how to say, in the product, so they can export it to in European, so people can and like that kind of product. But and we also have the flavor academy in Food Innopolis that we teach in food industry that came to study with us, that what kind of taste that European people like, and what kind of taste that Korean people like, what kind of taste that Chinese people like, so they know what to do with their products. Yeah, so this is what we are doing in Food Innopolis as well.
Very interesting. I didn't know that you can also apply here with this data analysis. Very interesting.
Yeah. Actually, I can send you a link of the project and Food Innopolis information for you. Maybe you can explore, and if you have any question, you can email back to me. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. I would be very interested in that.
Yeah.
I think in the future maybe we can work with Food Innopolis as well, because our academy is like beverage academy for Southeast Asia. And actually in our academy, I think Brené maybe has explained in the beginning that we actually networking in Thai universities as well as the European universities too.
Yeah. It is very interesting because maybe Ajahn knows that in Food Innopolis we have a platform called Food Innopolis Innovation Contest that we encourage actually Thai students, all Thai students nationwide to build their food products, which is innovation driven, and they have like a boot camp with us, and we teach them how to develop their products, and they can present it in front of the venture capitals and people who are interested in food products. So if the students in this program want to join our platform or our contest, they are all welcome. Yeah.
And what is the prize for the contest that maybe make them more?
The prize of the contest is 100,000 baht for the winner, for the grand prize winners, and I will take them to Japan. We actually did that last 2 months. The winner went to Japan with me to explore food innovation in Foodex, one of the world food exhibition, the biggest food exhibition in the world in Japan. And also we visit a lot of food companies, for example, Kurigo, Kirin, and Ajinomoto, things like that. Yeah, so they can have an opportunity to learn and make connections with them, and they can come back to Thailand and develop their idea to make it real. Yeah.
And would it be expand to like neighboring countries? Because now you're talking about Thailand.
Yeah. Sure. They are all welcome. In Indonesia, I mean, the project sounds very promising, so they can send the project to us though, and they can come to Thailand and compete against one another. Yeah, sure. That would be nice.
Okay, so any more questions for Dr. Poromet? This we have maybe about 6 minutes left for this session. If they would like to ask you personally, can they email to you?
Yeah, can you give my email to them so they can maybe, if they want me to be like their mentor, or they want me to be connected to somewhere, I mean R&D facilities or some kind of regulators or things like that, they can contact me so I can help them with that.
Okay. So
Okay.
Yep. So we just wait if anyone have more burning question. So maybe I put your email.
I am so excited. This is my first time, doing this. It's just...
There was one question. It says like, can you explain more again about the competition just now? It was from Santana.
The competition one?
The
I think you're
Fuinopolis.
talking about our competition.
It's
No,
I can
our
also open.
competition.
I will open the Santana. Can I open your microphone for a moment so that you can post your question? Is that okay? Can you unmute yourself?
hello, Santana.
She cannot unmute. Okay.
Okay. Can she like typing or
Competition
something?
that you would like to know? The Fuinopolis one or our competition?
Yeah. Hello. No, I
yes.
get our competition. I wanna know more about the Fun Ecopolis, or what does it called again?
Fuinopolis.
Okay,
It's hard.
Okay, it's fine. It's called Food Innopolis Innovation
Okay.
Contest. We open for undergrad students to send their ideas of food to us. Actually, last year we opened nationwide in Thailand, and this year maybe we can expand it to Indonesia as well. So when they apply to the program, they need to send the video presentation of their idea to us, and then we judge it. Okay. After we select some kind of maybe 20 teams across the country, we bring them into Bangkok and we have like a boot camp to teach them how to design the good products and how to sell the products in the food industry, and we have the pitching day. They have to present their idea in front of the venture capitals and the people who are interested in food industry. Last year we have like more than 10,000 people joining the event in Siam Paragon, Bangkok. Yeah, in last February. Yeah, and the grand prize, the winner prize, can get 100,000 baht. Yeah, per team, and then they get an opportunity to fly with me to Japan to explore food innovations in food decks and also explore food manufacture in Japan as well for 1 week. Yeah. So if you want to send your ideas to us, just do it. It's going to open again in a few months, maybe in 3 months. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe you can send the link how to apply and stuff.
Yeah. Right. Ajahn Salida, can I give them my email or
Yeah.
any kind of link that they can interest?
You can typing on your screen because you're now as a presenter.
Typing on the screen.
You have your PowerPoint or something you can open.
Okay. Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint now?
Not at the moment. Did you share your screen again?
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, maybe I actually write down your email already on my PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if Rainer can
Yeah.
presenter.
Yeah.
Rainer, can I have a presenter role?
Yes, 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, you should be presenter now. Very good.
Okay. So everyone, so this is the email address of Dr. Paramed. Am I correct? Dr. Paramed is at paramed@sti.or.th.
Yes, it is correct.
Okay. So you can, if you want to know more about the Foodnopolis Innovation Contest, you can write to this email, or if you would like to ask him some ideas about your design product development. So you can help him as well.
Yes.
Okay, so if there is no questions so far, so I think we put our hand together again to thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And apologies for, you know, I somehow, this is my first time and it's just like so exciting. It's not,
no,
you know, that kind of flow. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. For all you guys, I just quick remind that 25th of May, the deadline of submission of your project presentation, both reports and PowerPoints, and make yourself free on the 8th of June 2018 for the final presentation of all the projects, and then the winner will be announced on that day. So if Dr. Parome is available on the 8th, or I would like to invite you as well to see the presentations of all teams of us. We have together about 10 teams, and I think each team have some interesting project to talk about and then show to us. And let me see if maybe close to the 25th of May, I think we will send you an email to remind about the submission of the report, or I might set up 1 hour workshop if anyone like to discuss about something that they don't really understand, or that they don't know what to put on the report or presentation. If you still have some questions, or you can email to the secretary at this email, beverage.technology.thailand@gmail.com. So then I think that's it for us today. Good luck, everyone, and then thank you for joining us today. Okay, thank you, Dr. Parome, as well, and then
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rainer,
too. Okay.